And yet, I expect, because there were 24 students who failed from 168. Sorry.
Ay, ma'am, pwede ko maka-excuse ka dyan, ma'am?
Ano naman dahil?
Ay,
Saman.
ma'am. Last meeting, ma'am ba? Katabi tong nag-finalize ta sa mga student, ma'am, nga wala natawag sa list sa Black Sea po. And
Sa A
katong
or B. Ako ning
uh,
picturean later. Kung unsa nga nakabutang asa mo nga black dito gid mo, di mo magbalhin-balhin.
okay,
Later
ma'am.
akong i-post sa atong group chat para makabalo mo asa gid mga group, ha?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
So last meeting we discussed the one type of abortion, which is the threatened abortion. Now let's proceed with the next type of abortion, which is the inevitable abortion. So I'll just share with you my slide first. Kita na ninyo?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so another type, the last time that we had is the threatened abortion. So that if you recall, the threatened abortion is there is bleeding, bright red bleeding, plus the cervix is still closed. So that's why we call it threatened abortion. So there's still a chance that this pregnancy will proceed up to 9 months. Next is the type of abortion. Now is the second type of abortion, which is the inevitable or the imminent abortion. From the word inevitable, it cannot be prevented anymore. So this time, sa threaten is close yung cervix. Sa inevitable abortion is the cervix becomes dilated, no? So when the cervix is dilated, definitely the product of conception will be expelled. So what are the signs and symptoms with this? We have the moderate to profuse bleeding. Moderate or profuse bleeding. So ang i-compare nimo sa threatened abortion, very mild lang yung bleeding or spotting. And then another sign is open yung cervix, or there is a dilatation of the cervix. The membrane, fetal membrane is already ruptured, so the water already passes through. And then wala pa tissue or the product of conception that is expelled. That is inevitable abortion. I-SS na lang ninyo ha, para dili ta magdangan ha. Screenshot ra ninyo.
Yes,
Kaya ra?
ma'am.
Mabasa ra? Mabasa ra?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Para di na ako magsigulat kung nahuman na magsulat. Isang i-big screen ha. Okay. So what will be our management in the event there is a inevitable abortion? So we have to avoid complication, which is infection, no? Or we have to avoid also excessive blood loss. So dapat ang buhaton or management is we need to really hospitalize the patient. And then during the hospitalization, if some parts of the product of conception still inside, so there will be, the medical management should be DNC or the dilatation and curettage. Then oxytocin should be given in order to prevent bleeding after the DNC. And of course, as a nurse, we need to really understand and give emotional support to our patient. So another types of abortion is complete. From the word complete, all product of conception is already expelled. So kaganiha, kinahanglan siya i-DNC. But when the product of conception is already expelled, so no need for DNC. So what are the signs and symptoms that the mother may experience are vaginal bleeding, abdominal pain, and passage of tissue. So on examination, light bleeding or some blood in the vaginal vault. So no tenderness in the cervix since na-expel naman ang product of conception. none or to mild uterine cramping since nakagawas na, so dili na gid that very painful yung iyang abdomen. The cervix already close and empty uterus upon ultrasound. Nga naman, all product of conception is already expelled. So when you perform ultrasonography, definitely wala na yung makita na fetal parts inside the uterus. Next is incomplete abortion. Okay ra? Na-screenshot na ninyo?
Makita siya, ma'am.
Ah?
Makita siya.
Kasi nakita siya. Okay na? So, incomplete abortion, expulsion of some parts, and there is retention of other parts of the conceptus in the uterus. From the word incomplete, so nainabilin. So, heavy ang vaginal bleeding. Once na pag mabilin nga product of conception inside the uterus, definitely magsige pag yung dugo. So, heavy or profuse bleeding. And then severe uterine cramping because the uterus really wanted to expel those retained placental parts or fetal parts inside the uterus. That's why the mother will experience severe pain. The cervix is already open, passage of tissues. Ultrasound shows some product of conception. That's why it's called incomplete. I think dili siya lisod sabton. Okay? Next, what would be our management? Since nainabilin nga some product of conception, we have to perform D&C. Uterus must be kept contracted upon D&C para dili mag-bleeding, no? Dapat nag-contract ang uterus. So inspect for the fundus frequently kung nag-contract ba siya. Otherwise, kung dili mag-contract, it will cause profuse bleeding. And then danger of D&C ang danger kung mag-perform of D&C is uterine perforation, di ba? Kay script man na siya. So tendency maka-cause of damage sa uterine lining. And then maternal blood loss, inspect the perineal pads for about 60 to 100 ml of blood loss. So you have to monitor the vital signs such as your blood pressure and the pulse rate. Because the decrease of sudden decrease of blood pressure and the and the pulse rate is a sign that the patient is in shock because of profuse bleeding. So monitor the blood studies of patient of the clotting factors, no? And then monitor the intake and output, no? If the urine output nag-oliguria na gani, pila ka ml gani that we consider oliguria, how many ml of urine output that we consider oliguria? Anyone? How many ml of urine output na makaingon tag oliguria? Anybody? Have you encountered the word oliguria? Why nagtingog?
Less
Why
than 500 ml, ma'am.
200 ml?
100? Less than 500 ml.
Uy, oliguria. What is oliguria?
Low.
15 ml, ma'am.
What is oliguria? My question, what is oliguria?
Decrease urine output, ma'am.
When the urine output is
Low.
huh?
Decrease, ma'am. When the urine output
Urine
is
output
lower
is
than
low.
the normal output, ma'am.
Definite. How many ml?
15, ma'am. 15 ml.
1.5? Less than
400,
30 ml per hour. Hour na siya ta, ha? If the urine output iniguan niya is less than 30 ml per hour, we call it oliguria. And then sympathetic understanding and emotional support. Of course, they lost their baby. So we really need to give emotional support of our patient and encourage them to verbalize their feelings and recognize also their feelings and emotions. Next is missed abortion. From the word missed abortion, nawala ang iyang gibuntis, missed. So, ang bata sa sulod sa tiyan, when you perform pregnancy test, negative na siya, pero ang bata na bilin, patay na inside the womb. So what are the signs and symptoms? Pag check, there's no fetal heart tone. Signs of pregnancy na disappear na because na negative na in a pregnancy test. But ang uterus still, dili mo dako, dili mo grow, kay patay man ang bata sa sulod sa tiyan. So, serum and urine test, human chorionic gonadotropin becomes negative. So, wala na presence of HCG, kay patay naman ang bata sa sulod. So, definitely, the pregnancy test become negative. And then, pag ultrasound nimo, makita nimo ang bata, pero wala na cardiac activity. There's no more fetal heart tone. So, nakakita na ani diha sa lab na may pang ultrasound nga wala na, patay na ang bata sa sulod. So, we call it missed abortion. Okay? What would be our management? Of course, ang bata na sa sulod sa tiyan, labi na uban ka ng dako na. So, i-induce yun na siya. Kung induce delivery, so tagaan siya oxy para mo-contract ang uterus, ipagawa siya normally. Karon na anay tablet, ibutang sa vagina para mo-contract and then para ma-deliver. Pero despite of all those management, the second is i-DNC siya kung gamay pa. Pero kung mo anak, mo gawas ra siya iyag spontaneously, dili na kinahanglan i-DNC. Pero kung dili gyud mo nang mag-perform og dilatation and curettage. So, tagaan og 20 mg dinoprostone, prostaglandin, no? Munang yun ako suppository into the vagina every 3 to 4 hours. Munang kasag-uban ginahimo before sila mag-DNC, ginatagaan nila suppository every 3 to 4 hours or when necessary. Kung ang gestation age is less than 28 weeks gestation. So, oxytocin, IV infusion, kung late missed abortion siya, kung dako na ang bata, mo nang tagaag oxy para mo contract ang uterus, mapaanak siya completely kasi lisod kay i-DNC pag dako na. Kasi buo na siya, di na mapagawa. So, ang tendency ang uban, kanang kinahanglan pa ni mo hati-hation ang lawas para lang ma-deliver. So, savage kaayo. So, munang ipa-deliver gid siya vaginally. Next types of abortion is the habitual, no? When abortion occur more than 3 times, katulo na sunod-sunod nagkuhaan lang gihapon, atong gitawag ana is habitual abortion. Unsay possible cause? Incompetent yung cervix, na yung cervix hindi makahold the fetus inside the womb for 9 months. Another reason is intrauterine growth retardation. It could be congenital, genetic, or chromosomal abnormalities. SS na ninyo. Next, another type of abortion is septic abortion. So, dissemination of bacteria in the maternal circulatory and organ system. These are mga organisms na maka-cause of septic abortion, no? E. coli, Enterobacteria aerogenes, Proteus vulgaris, Hemolytic streptococci, Staphylococci. So, these are bacteria that causes septic abortion. What would be our signs and symptoms with septic abortion? Foul-smelling vaginal discharge. So, baho. Uterine cramping, fevers since na infection, so fevers and chills, and peritonitis. What is peritonitis? Ano sa peritonitis?
Inflammation of peritoneal cavity, ma'am.
Dili klaro ng microphone.
Inflammation of the peritoneal cavity, ma'am. In the abdomen specifically.
Okay. Since na-infection, so na-inflammation in the peritoneal cavity. So, kung na-infection, ang pinaka-signs na ito, di ba, may fever, chills, no? And also the WBC will increase because we know that the normal WBC is only about 5,000 to 10,000. But with the presence of infection, the WBC will increase up to 16,000 to 22,000. So, the pregnant woman will become critically ill. So, need medical management. So, we have to treat abortion, tagaan og antibiotics since there is infection. D and C if accompanied by incomplete abortion, so D and C, then infertility may occur with septic abortion daw. So posible nga dili na mabuntis otro ang mama kung nagka-septic abortion. Okay. So management, treating the cause, is treatment according to the cause. Incompetent cervix, man siya. Sorry na ko niya ang bakan ha. I think this is incompetent cervix ning Sir Clay. Sorry. Ito ni sa ubos. This is not it. Sa kuan na to, wala na to siya appeal nga slide. Ito to sa ubos ni abot sa taas. Okay, so in a question regarding abortion. Question. May pangutana, isa ka dyan ha. Di ko kita basta naka-slide ko. Any questions regarding abortion? Sige, Miss Brown. Si Brown sa.
Okay, ma'am, related ni sa imong gimension na oliguria, was it less than 20 ml per hour or less than 30 ml per hour? I think wala na
Less
ako
than.
nadunggan og
Less than
20, 30.
30, yes.
Okay, 30. Thank you.
Okay, what else? Less than 30 ml per hour. Anyone? Kinsa pa na pangutana? Wala na. Dilatation and curettage. Dilatation, gidilate ang cervix, then curettage. Kuha na. Dilatation, D-I-L-A-T-A-T-I-O-N, and curettage. C-U-R-E-T-T-A-G-E, curettage. What else? Napay pangutana? Napay pangutana? Wala na? Ubo raman ang kuan. So let's proceed with the next topic, which is the ectopic pregnancy. Kita na ang slide?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ectopic pregnancy. So what is ectopic pregnancy? Anyone? What is ectopic pregnancy? Okay, Ranis.
Ectopic pregnancy, ma'am, refers to the implantation of the ovum in the fallopian tube of the mother, more specifically in the ampulla.
Okay, common in the ampulla, but ectopic pregnancy, thank you, Mr. Ranis. The definition is when the product of conception is implanted outside the uterus, because normally it should be implanted in the uterus. But what happened in ectopic pregnancy, the product of conception is implanted outside the uterus. It could be in the ampulla, pwede po siya abdominal pregnancy, pwede po siya sa, instead nga, nasa fembria lang siya, not necessarily nga ampulla, but any part of the outside the uterus. So one of these are the different parts which the uterus or the product of conception is implanted. So pwede siya actually sa intestine, fallopian tube, sa fembria, pwede po sa ovary, pwede po sa cervix. Kita ninyo ang picture. These are possible sites of ectopic pregnancy. Kita? Okay. So, dalawa ang cause. Pwede siyang mechanical. Pwede po siya pwede po siya functional. So, kung may mechanical factors, na-delay ang passage sa ovum. Ngano mang na-delay man, tayo na ay salpingitis. What is salpingitis? Sa ganito, what is salpingitis?
Infection in fallopian tube, ma'am.
Yes. Nganong magka-inflammation of the fallopian tube man, pwedeng na history of sexually transmitted disease, pwede po na ay infection, bacterial infection sa iyang fallopian tube. So pag meet na egg cell of the sperm cell, imbis unta mo travel, since na ay problema in the fallopian tube, it will cause delay of the passage of the ovum. What had happened, diha na lang siya nagpabilin. And the next is peritubial adhesion. So meaning na ay gas-gas ang imong tubo sa imong reproductive tract. So ang tendency, dili maka-travel, maunang mabilin dito sa iyang fallopian tube ang fertilized egg. So pwede po siya developmental abnormalities during the cell division. Kung naapog kay history of ectopic pregnancy, posible po siya nga ma-repeat pa nga magka-ectopic. And also, if there is tumor in the fallopian tube, so ma-distort ang iyang passage sa ang agianan, so munang magpabilin dito, it will cause ectopic pregnancy. And also another mechanical problem is fast-induced abortion. So that would also be possible cause of mechanical factors in ectopic pregnancy. Next, functional factors. It could be external migration of the ovum, menstrual reflux, pwede po siya altered ang tubal motility. So those are the two, the mechanical and the functional cause of ectopic pregnancy. And another is assisted reproduction, kana bitang ma-in vitro fertilization, ovum transfer, daghang kaistanan ka ng dili ka nga buros mo na ilang ginahimo pero dili mo succeed ang gakahitabo gaka-ectopic pregnancy. And another reason for ectopic pregnancy is failed young contraception. So ang uban din ha kay kanang mga Depo-Provera, IUD, instead ang baby mo stay into the uterus because of the presence of IUD, so dito sila mo implant outside the uterus. Okay, there are, katong gi-mention ni Mr. Ranis kaganiha. So, 95% of is nagid sa tubo, no? Nasa fallopian tube gid siya. So, ang fallopian tube daghan man party ana, no, na siya ampulla, which is 55%, most common in the ampulla. The eastmost is 25%. And then the fimvria, no, naapod diya sa iyang kamot lang. Inigsalo, diha ra nag-meet sila, diha nagpabilin. And then interstitial is about 2%. Bilateral, very rare, both sides na initubo, no? Dito nag-implant, kung twin pregnancy. Ang interstitial, less common pero dangerous siya kasi gamay ito siyang kagamay, dali ra siyang mo rupture. So, types of ectopic, ovarian, abdominal, and then we have the cervical, kung naa sa cervix, and then heterotypic pregnancy, accompanied by intrauterine pregnancy. So, daghan siya mga klaseng pregnancy. Kini mo ning heterotypic pregnancy. So, muni siya ang normal, and the ectopic pregnancy, diha na implant sa iyang fallopian tube. So, tubo or uterine pregnancy, partly implanted in the tube or in the uterus. Abdominal is membrated implantation extend into the peritoneal cavity. So, kung sa tubo sad, ovarian, partly implanted in the tube and partly in the ovary. So what would be a signs and symptoms with ectopic pregnancy? Miss ang menstrual period for 2 weeks, no? Duration, about 68%. Then unilateral lower abdominal pain. Sakit gid siya, ngano man. Maana man og kainat ang iyang area which dito nag-implant. Then it may cause irregular vaginal bleeding but about 75%. Ang pinakaanagid is unilateral lower abdominal pain. Unilateral means dire sa pika side ra ang sakit. On the other side wala, possible na diha ang implantation. So before mo rupture na ay may experience siya og brief amenorrhea. So pelvic and abdominal pain on the sides of the affected tube. So once na mo rupture na ang ectopic pregnancy, maka-experience og sudden, severe, knife-like pain. So, murag gidunggab, murag stab pain. Radiating to the neck and shoulder. So, once na mag-complain ang mama nga nag-ectopic pregnancy, yun siyang sakit, ayo, og muradiate sa iyang neck going to the shoulder, that is a sign that ectopic pregnancy has already ruptured. And there is cervical pain during internal examinations, spotting or bleeding. Dark brown na siya, kaya ang bleeding kasi concealed. And then Collins sign or the bluish discoloration of the umbilicus due to the presence of blood in the peritoneal cavity. So, sa inyong mahibawan is hard board-like abdomen. Pagtanaw ni mo ang tiyan sa mama, mura siyag nagburot, no? Kay naaman di na accumulate ang blood. So, na ay internal bleeding and it may lead to shock. So, dangerous ang ectopic pregnancy. So, what would be our diagnosis with ectopic pregnancy? Of course, mag-TVS o transvaginal ultrasound. Dili siya pwedeng abdominal ultrasound kasi dili siya makita kay gamay man kaistanan pa ang product of conception. So, dapat transvaginal ang buhaton ng ultrasound. And then, plus mag human chorionic determination or pregnancy test kasi makita nato ang presence of HCG, meaning buros gid siya. And then cholecystectomy. Na look at the picture, yung cholecystectomy mag-extract of fluid from the abdomen into the uterine cavity para i-check if positive ang cholecystectomy. And then serum progesterone level, if above 25 milligram per ml, that is normal viable pregnancy. And kung less than mg per ml, non-viable pregnancy. So, of course, what will we do with this is uterine curettage. Colpotomy. What is colpotomy? Colpotomy. Anyone?
Extension of vagina, ma'am.
Ha?
Extension of vagina.
Anong mag-incise man sa vaginal wall? Nga naman mag-colpotomy man. Kasagaran, pag mag-ectopic pregnancy, ang uban mag-hysterectomy, no? I-remove ang uterus depending on the extent of the rupture. Labi na kung rupture na. Rupture ang iyang ectopic. And of course, you perform CBC because there will be bleeding. So we will have to know the hemoglobin level of the woman that needs to have blood transfusion. So since there is presence of foreign body inside the womb of the mother and there will be infection, so definitely the WBC will increase. So this time, what would be our management is therapeutic abortion, no? Kung unruptured ectopic pregnancy, and then we have to give methotrexate therapy. Kung ruptured na mo na tong surgical removal na atong giingon, mag-hysterectomy. Kung once it's ruptured. So what will be our nursing intervention? Prevent and treat hemorrhage. Of course, since na bleeding, we need to administer intravenous fluid, no, to prevent shock because of the profuse bleeding or internal hemorrhage. So, and of course, we need to perform laboratory tests, especially blood type, and then you have to request also for blood donors, and then you have to cross match kung compatible ba with our patient ang donated blood. And then we have to place the patient in a flat or a supine position with the legs elevated. We call it, ang nga position na gani for shock. What position kamo in case maka-encounter mo og boros nga nagdugo na niya suspect of ectopic pregnancy because of the pain that the mother is complaining? What would be the best position for shock? What position? Okay, hagdon. Oh, pinsa nagpataas. Hagdon.
Ma'am, good evening. For me, ma'am, is as you've mentioned, shock. So, ang modified Trendelenburg, ma'am.
Trendelenburg's. Okay. Trendelenburg's position, no? Kay nag-bleeding na ang mama, the blood that is circulating in paingon sa brain, di nagpakaabot since gamay na lang remaining blood, di na makaabot sa iyang major organ of the body. So we have to place the mother in a Trendelenburg's position to promote circulation into the major organ of the body, also especially in the brain. So very good. It's Trendelenburg's position. Okay, and then of course provide extra blanket to keep the mother warm. Di ba? Kung mother is in shock, mag-perspiration, excessive perspiration, cold kami perspiration, so we need to keep them warm and assist in positioning the patient. Post-op intervention, kung operahan ang mama, what would be our nursing intervention? Post-operative nursing intervention. So definitely when the mother's out in the operating room, we really need to monitor the vital signs every 15, automatic gina, Q15. Bahalag wala pa order sa doctor, Q15 until stable, and then muna din QR, Q2, Q4, inana ang sequence. Basta automatic na nurse, basing wala pa ka-order si doc, automatic once the patient is out from the OR, we need to monitor the vital signs every 15 minutes. You don't need to be instructed kasi usahay hulatan pa niyo ang chart, ang chart gidihatod na ang pasyente sa ward, ang chart na bilin pa na dito sa operating room, kay napay i-order si doc. So kamo nga nag-receive sa post-op patient, definitely di na need instruction. You nursing students, take the vital sign immediately every 15 minutes. And then assistance with positioning and ambulation, of course, after few hours of operation, I think 6 hours, na din gradual ambulation, no? This is to promote movements of the internal organs that is touched during the operation procedures. And then to promote also circulation. And nganong usahay magreklamo ang mga pasyente, no, nganong ipalihok kay sakit pa kaayo post-operatively. So what do you think is the reason nganong how you are going to convince your patient nga kinahanglan na siyang mulihok, kinahanglan na siya mo bangon? Anyone? What's the rationale nganong atong ipa-move or ipa-ambulate atong patient after 6 hours, no? Depende sa doctor's order, but usually 6 hours pwede na mag-ambulate ang patients. What's the reason for this? Anyone? Oh, Miss Ayen, walain mag-answer?
Ma'am, good evening, ma'am. For me is kanang in order for us to convince our patients in regard to ambulation or palaka-laka bisag sakit, we provide health teachings such as this is good for proper circulation, especially that naana dato patient na magigda siya. This is to prevent pressure ulcers, ma'am, as well as to exercise the body.
Okay. What else? Okay, you need to promote circulation. What else? Exercise. Ma'am, sakit pa kaayo man. Sakit pa kaayo man, dili pa nako kaya mo bangon. So, aside from ma'am, di pa ako mag-exercise. Ano man gyud nga inyo man gyud kong ipalihok. Hmm?
It also prevent DVT, ma'am.
Unsa prevent
DVT, deep brain thrombosis.
brain thrombosis. So that is one complication no for prolong nga naghigda ang pasyente sa bed. But actually, ang reason yun daw na not daw but the reason that the surgeon will really encourage patients to ambulate is that during the operation, the internal organs, the major organs of the body is displaced, no? Na-displace siya during operations. So na-displace ang different organs of the body. So once dili maglihok ang mama, dili siya mobalik sa iyang normal position. So that's why we encourage movements in order to prevent further complication after an operation. So di ba, agpangutana din ang doktor nga pangutan kung nangutot na ba kadungog mo ana sa ospital. Have you heard that nga ipaadto mo dito sa room sa pasyente nga pangutan ako nangutot na ba siya? Kuha ba ninyo ang rasyon na nasabtan ninyo unsay hinungdan nganong pangutanon man nangutot ang pasyente? Kaya nga naman, once nangutot na gani ang pasyente, pasambot, nag-start, nag-move, o nag-function ang other organs sa body. So, di ba, dili pa kanon kung wala pa nangutot, dapat ipautot o na isa pa pwede mo kaon ang pasyente. Yan. Para kaya na-displace ang major organs, dapat maglihok ang pasyente para mubalik siya sa iyang by gravity through movements, mubalik siya sa iyang proper placement kung asa siya nabutang. Then secondly, this is also to prevent further complications, no, because of prolonged non-movements. So say kalugod ang pasyente lihok after operations. But we really encourage them to move gradually, no. Dili man diretso ipatindog kay collapse pud na. Gradual lang, movements of the hands, movements of the lower extremities, and then setting position. So ayaw patinduga diretso kay mo collapse gid na siya. Gradual ambulation lang ang atong buhaton. Okay? So that's why we really need to know the rationales so that our patient will cooperate our intervention. So, of course, monitor IV fluids therapy kasi i-replace na to ang mga blood loss after operations. So, monitor IV fluids, if patients are Rh negative, Rugam is given within 72 hours before discharge. And then provide contraceptive counseling kasi hindi pa siya pwedeng magbuntis agad. And then next is nursing management emotional needs of patient. Prevention, safe sex practice lang muna. Importance of gynecological examinations. Kay magpa-examine siya isang obstetrician, that would be your advice kasi wata kahibalo what is really the cause of ectopic pregnancy and needs to be diagnosed and managed. So signs and symptoms also of STDs. So kung naabay mga STD, nag-IUD kasi those are the possible cause of ectopic pregnancy which I already mentioned kaganina. Okay. So, any questions before we end our class? Di na nato daghanon kay taas na akong quiz. Amubo raman ni. Okay, questions. Na. Questions. Kaya manihapon na ta. Yes, Uyan.
Ma'am, regarding sa ectopic pregnancy, is it possible nga mo ubos ra na siya sa uterus ang zygote, ma'am?
Unsa mo ubos?
Like munaog ra siya sa uterus from the fallopian tube.
Once they said it's ectopic, meaning it is implanted already outside the uterus.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
What are you saying is that katong ectopic, posible pa ba mo normal siya? Maadto sa uterus? That is your point? Of course, that's why it's called ectopic because na-implant siya dili sa uterus. So, dili nagi siya muna og na-implanted naman siya. Kumbaga, natanom na. That is word implanted, no? So, di na pwedeng ibton daw, mubalhin dito sa pikas. Okay. Kaya na-implant naman siya. Next. Na-answer na ko imong pangutana, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you kayo, ma'am.
Okay, another. Kinsa pa tong nag-raise sa hand? Ay, someone's raising. Any questions?
About
Okay, lugsanay.
about sa ROGAM. It's official about
Ay,
Sinagot application.
program is kanang mga RH incompatibility. It's a medicine given para kanang, di ba, atong gi-mention ako sa una ninyo nga RH negative and RH positive. Kanang factors that may lead to ectopic pregnancy. So that's why we have to give that medications para ma-treat ang mama for the next pregnancy niya nga mo succeed na.
Naunsa na ang
Para compatible ang RH sa fetus at sa mother.
Kung ba?
Incompatibility ang cause. Anang program injection is given. No, injection, murag immunoglobulin na siya. Kung na ay RH negative blood factor para dili siya mo produce og antibodies formation against RH positive red blood cells.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Next.
Ay, hindi ka magpindog ka.
Wala na. Any questions? Any questions? Pero dili tanan mother tagaan ana ha, katurang na incompatibility. RH negative ang mother, positive ang bata. Mosong incompatible sila. So munang natay blood typing with RH factor para makabalota kung RH negative siya. Okay. Who else? Kinsa pa'y mangutana? Kaya bitang kakuan mo anang padungog mo anang the first 24 hours paggawa sa bata nag-yellow na dayon. Oh, that's RH incompatibility.
Ayaw, kuya.
Oh, we call it hemolytic disease of the newborn. Kana pod siya ang uban na may uban nga anak mo succeed up to 9 months na puy uban kakakuhaan sila. So mo nang ginatagaan pud grupa. So, any questions? Any questions? Wala. Napay pangutana? Wala na. Hoy. Any questions? Wala na? So,
Tama na, ma'am.
ay, sorry,
Ito na ito may
yes.
information. Hala, kapilingon.
Okay, no more questions?
Wala na, ma'am.
No more na, ma'am.
I will post in our group chat sa inyong groupings mo i-follow ha. Kung unsa na sa register copy mo ang register copy mo akong i-post kung naa ka sa A sa A ka kung sa B sa B. Okay?
Ayaw na lagi.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I think that's all. So let us have our closing prayer.